Hello? Alright, so I look horrible, but this is my labor and delivery story. Um, it pretty much started before I was actually supposed to. I delivered my son at 35 weeks and 35 weeks and 4 days maybe. Um, in Burlington, Vermont. I was sent there actually 2 weeks prior to me delivering. It first started out in the beginning of August. I was having really bad counts of my protein in my urine. I was diagnosed with preeclampsia. My blood pressures were so bad that my doctors here wanted me to be near a NICU unit just in case anything happened between my son, that, you know, they have a good doctor team there that could take care of him. They were worried that his heart and lungs weren't developed properly because of him being born at 35 weeks. They were also worried because of me having preeclampsia so bad that my kidneys and everything were shutting down, which means if everything would have shut down on me, I wouldn't be here today. But we went there on, I believe, the 5th or the 6th of August. That was our second time there. We went there and we were there from time on the 5th or 6th to the time I delivered, and then I basically stayed a week extra after I delivered. So I'll start when I got induced. They basically induced me on the 15th of August. They gave me all the medicine that they needed to induce me. They realized that they had to shove a balloon up into my uterus to make me dilate. They did that for 12 hours. So basically I had a balloon shoved up there for 12 hours. At 12 hours they rechecked me. Come to find out that I had dilated to 6 centimeters. The balloon was supposed to dilate me to 5 centimeters, but they gave me an extra centimeter. Now, after that 12 hours went by, in and out, doctors were in and out, because checking my blood pressure was the main thing, making sure that I wasn't in pain. It was so bad that I was bedridden. I couldn't go anywhere. I had to have pressure cuffs on my legs, so like no blood clots formed in my legs. I couldn't get up to use the bathroom. I had to basically, the only movement I was allowed to do was to get up like 2 inches away from my bed. We had it's kind of like a porta potty kind of thing. You can sit there and use it. I was so embarrassed because my grandmother was there for the whole, basically 3 weeks that we were there. She was with me. And I also had my husband, but I wasn't quite embarrassed with my husband being there than my grandmother. My grandmother was there, and basically the first week that we were there, it was just basically monitoring me, making sure that in case we did need to deliver him, if my preeclampsia got bad, like if my kidneys started shutting down, we had to deliver him, we would be there. So the week I got induced, which was on the 15th, it started. After they took the balloon out, they let me go for like another 12 hours. So on the 16th, they're like, okay, you're not dilating at all. So they kind of increased and decreased my medication to see if that would change my centimeters. No, I wasn't. I wasn't starting to contract, so I wasn't feeling any contractions. By the 17th, they're like, okay, we really need to get this baby out because you've been induced and we need to break your water. So, on the 17th, at like 7 o'clock, 7 o'clock p.m., they started to try and break my water. The nurse came in and said, "Are you ready for us to break your water?" I said, "Yeah, I'm sure." And then she comes back in 15 minutes later. I'm like, my water already broke. So they're like, "Oh, that job was easy." So they checked me, and yep, my water did break. The bed was soaked. So then they quickly got me up. They sat me on the porta potty thing. They took my bed out, and they brought in a labor and delivery bed just in case I was going to deliver that night. Well, come to find out, I was not delivering. So this is about 7:30, 8 o'clock. Then they realized that since my water has been broken, that they need to get the baby out immediately, because once if I continue to go the way I am, not dilating, the baby could end up in serious harm if it runs out of fluid. So at 11 something, they come in and told me that they're going to do a C-section on me. And of course, with C-sections, you're not allowed to have any video footage or anything. But with me, I was okay with that. My husband was there with me. He was right up the head of me, and they put a curtain, and they told me that the only thing that I'm probably gonna feel is pressure of them just pushing. But I had an epidural before I went into the C-section room, and then I had a spinal tap, which I never recommend that to anyone. But anyways, he was born August 18th at exactly midnight. He was 5 pounds 8 ounces. He was 19 inches long, and of course he was premature. He was 5 weeks premature, but there was no health problems where he didn't have to go into the NICU. So then I had to stay an extra day on the labor and delivery floor, because there's certain medication I was taking, that's for my preeclampsia, that they had to watch me for 24 hours after the delivery, and then they were able to take me off it. So from the time I was induced on the 15th to that following Monday, when I got switched down to the room, I was not allowed to eat or drink anything. I was only allowed to suck on ice strips, which that was kind of hard, because I was really hungry. I was really about ready to tear someone's head off if they did not feed me. The days prior to me delivering, I was like, do you understand how hard it is not to feed a pregnant woman? I was seriously like about ready to rip someone's head off. In the meantime of being there, my arms had gotten bruised, like from here all the way down from the IVs. It was so bruised, it looked like I had gotten beat up, but I didn't. So following after on the 19th of me being on the recovery, well, on labor and delivery but recovering, they made me, get up and just go pee into the little portal thing if I was able to, but I wasn't, so they kept a catheter in me. Then on the 20th, I was moved downstairs to the floor where all the moms go after they have their babies. There, I was asked to get up. I was supposed to walk halfway down the hallway. I ended up walking all the way down the hallway. They asked me to get up and shower. I got up and showered. It hurt because I felt like I was going to rip my stomach open. I really did. But I did it because I wanted to go home. Then on the 21st, I was supposed to go home. I had sent my husband home on the 20th. I was supposed to go home on the 21st. I sent my husband home on the 20th to get everything ready for us. I was supposed to come home on the 21st, but my son's pediatric that was taking care of him at the hospital was really rude. she didn't have no consideration that I had just had a C-section and that I needed rest. She's like, you cannot leave this hospital unless you have your son overnight. Like, and she was really rude about it, and she's like, if you can't take care of your son while you're here, then how can you take your son at home? I go, obviously, he's in the room with me all day. I've been taking care of him all day, but at nighttime, I just needed some rest, especially with my husband being gone, and only my grandma there. She really didn't know what to do. She hadn't had children for, like, ever. And, so I kept them overnight, and then I was sent home on the 22nd by noon. I was discharged by 12:31, and we came home, and we've been home ever since. The only problem we have was he wasn't gaining any weight. He was discharged at 5 pounds. 5 pounds he was discharged at. Then last week he was finally at the 6 pounds. 6 pounds and an ounce. And now at 1 month and 4 or 5 days, he now weighs 7 pounds. And he's all healthy. The only thing that we are having problems with is his formula. I was planning on breastfeeding, but since he was early, my milk did not reproduce much. So now he is on formula. He will drink about a bottle each feeding right now. This is 2 ounces. Sometimes he'll take 3. But the problem is he's having acid reflux really bad, where it doesn't stay down, like it'll come back up. And it looks like he's spitting out all of his formula, but he's really not, because he's gaining weight. That was concerns. They switched him from the Enfamil Infant to the Enfamil Gentlease, and then the Enfamil Nitrogen or something like that. And he wasn't keeping any powder formula down. But the ready-to-use formula that they give you at the hospital, like the little bottles that you screw the nipple on and just feed it to him, that's already liquid, that's what he can eat. So we buy the big 32-ounce Enfamil cans, and for example, I opened one can yesterday at 1:44 p.m. and we have about a 5-ounce bottle left. So he eats pretty well. He gets almost 25 ounces, or a little bit more, 20 in one day. So that's pretty good. But that's pretty much it. I have no videos of me before labor and during labor or anything, because it was all done over in another state. Of course, we're back in New York, but he was born in Vermont. So he's kind of a little bit upset because I just set him down. But he's been pretty good. I just basically want to quickly go get my baby book so I can show you something. So if you don't mind waiting, I will be quickly right back. So, 1 second. Okay, I'm back. So, we were just discussing how hold on 1 second. We were discussing how I don't have any pictures of him, like videos. If I do have pictures, once I find them. Okay, here we go. So, there's him right after he came out. and all the doctors are working on them. Then here is me, my husband, and my son. This was during the time I was recovering up on the floor. And here's some more. Wait, there we go. Some more. Then there is him and his daddy. This is me after I was recovering too. Now I'll give you some when he's home. These are when he's home. As you can see. The next pictures I'm about ready to show you is after, when we're home. This is about when he's almost a month old. We actually took our own photos at home. We took his bouncer. My friend had some fabric with characters and stuff on them. We took them, put it on the bouncer, put the fabric on top of it, and then set him on top of it, and we did some pictures. So these are what we got done. Let me see if I can see. And then, oh, these are my favorite right here. See? But those are basically it. You know, there's some more of his little photo shoot that we did. See? Yeah. And this is a book. CDG. This is initials. And we basically are going to fill this up until his probably first birthday. And then start one every year, probably. But I just wanted to give you the video, because everyone's been asking me where my video is. So, here it is. So, thanks for watching, and, oh, look. Now meet Christopher. He is now here. Oh boy. He likes to try and hold his head up, but it doesn't work very well. So, thanks for watching, guys.